Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a Boy Howdy campaign for you. Our first round is going to be the Cook's Countercharge, followed up by the Nicodemus Hill Affair in Balance map. Before we get into this, thank you to our YouTube members for the support. If you'd like to support, go beneath the video and hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Our regiments for tonight: on the CSA side, you've got the 8th Virginia, 7th South Carolina, 7th Louisiana, Stonewall Brigade, Gregg's Brigade, 2nd Kentucky, 20th Georgia, 6th Arkansas, Archer's Brigade, 1st North Carolina, and I Corps. Whereas on the Union side, you have the Kentucky Outlaws, Midwest Brigade, Eagles Brigade, Army of Northern Virginia, the Irish Volunteer Brigade, 65th Illinois, 4th New Jersey, 2nd United States Rifles, and the 2nd United States Sharpshooters. So, server pop as of right now, it is currently 270. In balance right now is 9 towards the CSA side. However, let's see the artillery. CSA doesn't have it, but Union does. They have 13 guys on artillery. So this infantry in balance right now is, geez, 22. Yikes. So Union's down 22 infantry guys, which is going to impact them in a huge way. Frontline reporters showing you the on-field view for your Union side. You got Cloud here from the Army of Northern Virginia. On the other side of this, you have Canada here from the 20th Georgia. Appreciate these guys so we can, again, see what's going on the ground while also seeing what's going on in the sky. So, Boy Howdy rules. They can't move out at the 45-minute mark. Instead, they can start quick timing at, I believe, is it 42 or 43? It's 43. They can start the quick time, which they're doing now. And then from there, they can double quick and sprint starting at 40. So, perfect timing with that. CSA attack is relatively simple on this map. They have a 37% ticket advantage. And interestingly, I don't know why Union's holding in the corn. They want to play Miller's Cornfield all over again. This is a little interesting move here from Midwest and Eagles Brigade here. CSA doesn't see him, though. What the heck? Well, I don't know why you would put yourself here as Union. Like, even though Union has kind of this nice flank right now. We'll see how it goes, but very risky. Oh, there goes Eagles Brigade. I don't know why they didn't dive bomb that flag first.
Flank.
Oh, behind us.
Watch out, what's up?
Oh,
Get out of my car, man. Get out of my car, you son of a
Holy
gun.
cow. That worked a little too well. That worked that worked really well. What the heck? That should not have worked. You know, it did though. So you take what you you'll take it. So CSA, their general idea, they'll push down towards this Union right side. They'll also push down towards this Union left side. Kind of hit both sides at the same time. Historically, you see CSA kind of go through this side, mostly because Union artillery is so forward. And that's on top of being outnumbered by 22 guys infantry-wise, right? Union artillery is all the way up here. Mind you, point of contention is back here. So most of where the fighting is going to happen is going to be over here. CSA should be able to push through the Union already easily. And it's really hard for Union to hold that ground, at least over here, for a sustained period of time. It's really difficult. So it's a little surprising to see Union take so many guys on artillery. I think that's a real mistake here. CSA is going to take advantage here.
Make sure you're not blocking the already guy.
I mean, these are just kills that Union can't afford. When you look at this left side, this CSA left, they've tried pushing up, but Union's got a very large force here. It's really interesting because it feels like CSA is outnumbered right now, which doesn't make any sense. And you have some Union guys charging here, and these EB guys, glorious a moment ago, but now they're dying out of line, and that is what you cannot have here. So, weapons today, the Union defense, they have the 28th Pennsylvania with the Springfield 61. They've also got the 52nd New York Regiment with the Enfield. CSA, on the other hand, they've got the 3rd Arkansas with the Enfield and 42. And they have the 27th North Carolina with the Springfield 55, Enfield, or the Springfield 42. So CSA's got option to buck and ball, Union doesn't. And Union was able to roll back 2 guns in 1 caisson, which ain't going to last you the whole round. It's a waste of manpower. The wild part, too, right, is Union's kind of holding a pretty good defensive line. Granted, we saw a great wipe from the Union here. Union's holding on top of that flag, not wanting the CSA to get that back, and that's a good idea. Although they are a little outnumbered, I would kind of wish they had more reinforcements. You see EB is moving up. IVB is kind of sitting back, though. But I don't think those... I mean, you like what they do. I like the idea that they have here, but, I mean, when you're pushing yourself so far forward, CSA knows you're going to be in the general vicinity, or regardless, even if they don't know, they're going to charge on you because you have the flags. This just feels like a great chance for Union to lose tickets. Also, how's that flag bearer getting the flag out? Just... oh.
Check your lines.
53rd. In line, got him.
Nobody, sprint up.
Spam T.
So, I mean,
Back, EB.
look how spread out the Union guys are dying now, kind of in the chaos of all of this. I mean, this is not going to help. Union's already starting to get down a little bit on tickets. Interesting part about this whole round, though, is CSA hasn't outsided this flank, which isn't really even that aggressive, but CSA has really sat back this whole game. And I think they don't want to push up too far forward with the ballistics update, that accuracy increase. They don't really want to chance it, per se. But Union get wiped there. That didn't help their tickets at all. That's the thing, right? Is this map is historically crazy CSA bias. So Union cannot afford to... They can't afford to, you know, do some innovative things in a sense, right? This map for Union, you got to play it a very certain way to win it. And that certain way also... that means CSA also has to play a specific way for Union to win. It's like a certain set of outcomes have to happen for the Union to win. And those outcomes are very rare. The way that Union wins this map is by CSA playing really conservative and not being aggressive on this map for the whole round. Which, we kind of see that right now. Granted, CSA is getting a good ticket lead on this. Generally, you want to get the defender down to engage by the 30-minute mark, as I would say. At a minimum, or sorry, at the latest. Which they're going to definitely get the Union down to engage by that point. But regardless of that, if you're Union, right, you need to hold back, play defensive, and CSA can't be over-aggressive. That's how Union wins this game. And Union can also try to play the cap point mechanics if they want, if CSA does decide to push up. But it's a rough map for Union. Again, I like that push in... Actually, I don't know if I like that push in the corn. I mean, I didn't like when they did it initially, but it worked really well. But then they stayed there, and you get why they stay there. But, again, CSA either knew they were there, or regardless, they were going to go there because they need to pick their flag back up, and that just spread Union out. So, with that being said, CSA, I mean, they're maybe getting a little closer here. Union using the defilate here. It's like the first time... To kind of an example to what I was talking about a moment ago, if that didn't make a whole lot of sense. The first time I played as Union and won this map, it was back in 2020 when I was playing with the IVB. And basically what we did as Union is we went back and turtled, which is just hiding back in your kind of spawn area. Even though this isn't in the spawn area, it's pretty far back. It's on parallel with the main spawn for Union, which is about in the center of my screen. But we as Union, we just sat in this graveyard the whole game. And what happened is the CSA would refuse to cap the point, because if a defender turtles, if they hide really far back, defender's trying to get the clock to 0, right? And so if a defender's killing time, how as an attacker do you draw the defender back out? Well, you cap the point. And CSA, when I played that match that I was just talking about, they refused to cap the point. So we as a defender were just slowly killing the clock. Eventually the attackers capped the point, and we came out to retake the point. And normally as an attacker you want to contest that, but they weren't. So we as Union just really killed that clock the moment CSA capped. We ran up, took it back, and then fell back to the graveyard. And we did that, and the round was 1 hour and 12 minutes. And we won that game, which... Saying one round of War of Rights was that long is insane to think about, but... So, Union ran up. They were trying to get their flag back out, which they will. They do hit engage, though. But... I mean, at the rate things are going, I mean, CSA, you saw Union move a company or so back to the center. Union's kind of falling back a little bit, and CSA, I don't know if they noticed this or they were going to push up regardless, but they have pushed up and they're starting to make a little ground here on the Union. Remember, the officers don't have a Steam chat in this event.
How do we do?
Sure. So, if they want to communicate, they got to talk in game to each other.
All right. I still see a fair number of us.
Right here, boys. Independent fire. Independent fire.
All right. Details, ceasefire, ceasefire.
6 Arkansas like, putting a little pressure. A and V is the last Union kind of in this area here. They are outnumbered, but A and V's got a little defilade there that they can use to their advantage. I mean, seeing here, right, CSA could just overwhelm A and V's probably going to be pushed out here in a second. You can see their flags going out. Yeah, CSA starting to move up over again. Yeah, and they're actually going to try to push A and V out now. So, maybe Union thought their left/center was being hit hard, and so they retreated over this way. But unfortunately, it's kind of let the Union right flank collapse. Now, normally, once CSA kind of takes this Union right side, they'll continue pushing down this road here. Eventually, they'll hit this little intersection and then come down this way. That is one thing they'll normally do. They also might just push down the road and kind of hold here because there is a defilade here that CSA can use to shoot into the Union team's side. But we'll see what they do. So, CSA starting to move down there. Almost a third of the way through the match. CSA almost down to engaged.
Independent fire to the west.
Cut the grass, just aim really low.
But,
cut that damn grass.
I mean, oh, there's some charging in the center here.
Look who you're stabbing. Look who you're stabbing. Jesus, Bulligan.
For God's sake, don't shoot. Okay, Minnesota, hold here, focus.
Union can't afford this.
I'll cover y'all.
I mean, Union's already a fourth of the way through engaged already. They will hold the spot here. I don't know if they're trying to protect that arty gun, but again, Union can't use art. Oh, here comes some more CSA though, charging up. And Union's trickling over here as well. And CSA will drop to engage. Union can't afford artillery on this map. It's shocking to see Union get 3 guns and a caisson back, but because normally that doesn't happen. But CSA hits engaged, but now it's almost a whole morale stage difference in tickets right now. I mean, Union still has 12 on artillery. It's a 24 infantry man in balance right now. You know, generally 15 man in balance is at that point where you say it's too much. It's too much. And you won't be able to win at that point. You need less men in terms of an imbalance. So, but the only way they have a chance right now is by turtling and letting CSA take the point and then trying to retake that point back because you're down half the morale stage now. I don't think I've ever seen a scenario where Union outpaces CSA in terms of tickets. Like, CSA would actually have to play really, really bad, and that's something you don't see too often.
That's what happened. I'm sorry, Grumpy.
I mean, you've seen, like, bad teams do bad, but you have to really play atrocious on this map to lose a CSA. It's probably been one of the more consistent things about this game over the years, even though a lot doesn't change.
Deco on the left, fix bayonets.
So, IVB, EB, fall back. You still have some Union holding forward. Midwest and 4th New Jersey want to hold up front. Say 4th New Jersey is going to pull out. So that's the thing, right? I mean, who are the Union guys here? EB. That's the thing, right? You got some Union falling back, wanting to play more conservative with the clock, while some are like, no, we need to try to hold these forward positions. Regardless of what you do in this game, you got to do it together and you got to communicate. Maybe they want to do this to, you know, push a majority of their team back and keep a few guys up here to keep the CSA put where they're at, because CSA hasn't been very aggressive, so maybe they're thinking of that. But if Union splits up for too long, that's just not going to work. It's better to work as a team with a bad plan in this game than it is for 4 independent officers to do a great plan. So,
Yeah.
They're charging.
Shoot him
Which-
down.
Maybe it's a little unfortunate, but
There you go. Hold
or you
the
just yell and be
shots.
the louder person. That works too.
If they charge us, we leave.
So, I-Corps pushes up, and that'll force the Eagles Brigade guys off completely. You also got Archers Brigade, 7th LA, 8th Virginia pushing up. And now these Union guns are kind of in the thick of it.
Cannon's right up here to the northeast.
Shoot him up straight.
And now TKO pushing up. Is he?
Yeah, you better.
I don't know what Union's trying to get at by doing this.
After him, boys.
Go in.
The only time you should be charging like this as a defender is if you're trying to take ground, which they're not. Union should not be trying to take ground back from the CSA at this point. So that, you know, I'm glad they finally realized. But again, this is just all these little mistakes add up, and eventually you're down 3/4 of a morale stage in your tickets, and you're like, oh, how did you get here? It's a bunch of the little things that matter, especially on maps like these. Like, you need to play perfect. You also need CSA to play bad if you're Union. And CSA is doing pretty good. They could be a little more aggressive, but you know they're winning by this much, so it doesn't really matter in the end, right? A win's a win.
Independent fire, hold your ground, shoot him out.
Independent fire.
Fire away, boys. Fire away.
So there go the Arty guys. Here's the thing, what can they do now? Oh, why is the Union quick timing? Why is 4th New Jersey quick timing into the center?
Ah, David.
Hey. So, I mean, what? You got the CS there. A lot of CSA are holding back. I don't know how well Union's holding in terms of in these defilades, right? Because the nice part about the Union defensive line is that it is in a defilade. You can see Union's actually using that fairly decently. But unfortunately for them, it's not on point. So, CSA will back off. I don't know if it's because of the firepower or them capping, but CSA should not cap. If you are the Union, why are Union guys walking back on point? Eagles Brigade guys trying to use the cannon as cover. But if you're Union right now, the only way you win this map is by getting your tickets back. How do you get your tickets back? You let CSA cap the point, and then you retake it as quick as possible so you can regain a lot of tickets. And, I mean, you got the EB, and now you got some artillery guys going back on their guns, which that artillery guy, he just got shot. But Union seriously needs to back off and try to see if the CSA will cap. Eagles Brigade got completely shot off.
Is that independent?
Which, point is going down right now, but that just looks like it's natural decay.
Coming again, boys. They're coming again.
Are we having fun?
But if the CSA is going to push up like they did a moment ago, I would really try to make sure they keep their...
To the north, it's a double quick.
You don't want to wipe the CSA if they're going to run up to the point there and possibly cap it. So, got some CSA guys over here. 2nd Texas guys. You don't necessarily like to see smaller groups going off and doing their own thing, but CSA can kind of afford it. What are their... These are Union artillery guys here. What the heck? Who's going to win? You heard it here first. Artillery is better than infantry. So, CSA pushing up in a little bit of a different direction. I like the approach from CSA. It's still playing aggressive, but it's not on point. They also have some rocks with cover here. Union hits taking losses.
Take their boots away from them. We take their boots
Mama
in
said
this
no
off.
cornbread when you get home.
Man down.
So you got more CSA starting to shift over. Archers Brigade in 7th LA taking a lot of shots. Got SB moving up as well.
SB, use the concealment. You should not be in this.
Union's still trying to operate those guns. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to do a whole lot for the Union side here, unless CSA charges and they like canister it out, which that would be pretty cool. But
Southwest, boys, ship southwest. Those bushes is all baddies.
so Union pushes up a little bit, which might be better for CSA just because they're not as defilated. I mean, all these CSA shots need to be hits. Also, why are these guys crouching?
hide in the bush.
There's 3 times the amount of tickets per death there when you're crouching versus just standing up. Which, honestly, for CSA right now, it doesn't mean a whole lot. Why is Union capping point? You got a couple IVB guys. You have the EV artillerymen. I don't like them staying on point here. One, they're on top of this little crest here. They're cresting on this hill, or they're on the top of it. Every Union guy needs to be in the defilade. I mean, the only reason why Union should kind of get aggressive here is if they think they can get a ticket drain on the CSA more than what they're losing, but that has not happened yet this round. Also, if you have Union cap at the point, right, if CSA does end up pushing up here, which I haven't really since that first attempt, but you want CSA to cap the point. When you as Union fully cap the point, it takes twice as long for CSA to do that. So I think this is a mistake from the Union side, but it's not like CSA is really walking up to that point. So CSA is like, we got a lot of time. We're up by a fair amount of tickets. We can just keep this shootout going. We might get, if they keep at this pace, the round might go for another, 15 to 20 minutes, but it'll get the job done in the end, which is all that kind of matters.
Fire at will, fire at will.
Gentlemen, aim low. They're crouched down. Aim low.
No way.
Oh, hello.
See, CSA can't afford the crouch. Union can't either. Union definitely can't. Unless your body is in, like, full cover when you crouch versus standing up, then I can kind of get behind that. But most of the time, at least for me, I prefer to stand. I mean, look, there's 3 guys died. That's 9 tickets lost there, assuming they were in skirmishing. Which they should be based on where they're at. But I would rather just stand up. Your reload's a couple seconds quicker. You lose a third less tickets. Or 2/3. Anyways, you lose 1 ticket compared to 3, regardless. Standing up just seems like a better idea, in my opinion, when you're skirmishing, but I-Corps is starting to shift around here. They're trying to get a little aggressive here. Probably try to take those hay bales, which you got a few Eagles Brigade guys here retreated from that original spot. I think I-Corps saw them fall back with a few guys, and they're going to charge them out. This is going to be a good charge for CSA.
Hey, fuck you, buddy. No, fuck you, guy. You're not my guy, pal.
Union reinforcements moving over.
Hey guys, stay back, sir.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do.
And this is the perfect charge for CSA. I don't know if CSA is going to win. It looks like they are. Oh, here comes some more Union reinforcements, though. It's the thing. It's like you're seeing what No Steam Chat can do. One group got charged out. Then once they got charged out, a Union group came in, and then that group kind of got weakened, and now IVB strolls up.
You gotta kill the Irish! Come!
They will get that flag though, which is good for Union, to start. But Union now down 2/3 of a morale stage. So really good charge there from I-Corps. Meanwhile, I think these guys are on point. 7th LA, 2nd Kentucky, Archers Brigade. You need to make sure CSA caps the point right now. If CSA caps the point, you can retake it and regain a lot of tickets. CSA needs to run off like now. I don't know why they're trying to fight here of all places. Oh, they're gonna cap. They're not. They shouldn't cap. Union, I would stop shooting. I would stop shooting if I were Union. Let them cap.
Let's get off. Go back.
Ooh. So, Archers Brigade, 7th LA, 2nd Kentucky, they stayed on there a little too long. Union did stop shooting. Huge props to Union there. But yeah, Union's pushing up right away. They're trying to retake the point. I wouldn't charge through if I were them, but just sit on the point, getting kind of an engagement here. And that was a huge mistake from... Now, it's not... Okay, it's bad. Don't get me wrong. CSA's still probably going to win this game. But that ain't great. You're about to give Union 3/4, if not almost the whole morale stage in tickets.
Second, right here on the line, on the line. Light up that map.
So...
Let's see, independent.
And I'm... Oh, wow. This is... You know, talk about CSA making a mistake. CSA, it's taking losses.
Get up there and shoot.
So, that's not great. And perfect response from Union, by the way. They all pushed up onto the point. Most of them are on it. They're retaking this point back quickly. And they're about to gain a whole morale stage in tickets. Now, if you are the CSA, or Union rather, if you're Union, right? Once this, once you take the point back, fall back to your spots you were a moment ago. And kind of play this out, or total even more, who knows.
Good idea.
You need to fall back. You can't stay exposed too far. Which they do. Union already starting to fall back. Wow. So, this is great for Union. Now, CSA still probably going to win this game. What the heck? Someone's body just went flying. Also, I-Corps is probably going to get that flag back. But, anyways. Now, CSA still probably going to win this game. They'll probably get a ticket lead because CSA's had the ticket lead this whole round. It hasn't mattered what happened. But, you don't want to give Union hope on this map. So again, these Union, they cannot, Union's taking way too many losses in where I'm looking right now. All that time, even it's every individual kill, it's going to add up there. And they're not doing a whole lot. I haven't seen, granted we haven't really been looking, but I haven't seen already hit CSA. And even if it does hit, you're going to get a couple kills and those guys are going to respawn back in fairly quickly. Like, imagine if, what, does Union... infantry in balance is 17, 8 on artillery here, so that's 25 infantry, so we're up to 300 too. But you still have 8 guys on artillery. Like, the fact that Union is in this match right now is very incredible for the situation at hand. When you're down 17 in the first place, that's too much, in my opinion, to where you need a balance, but I think it's late enough in the round to where they don't really care as much anymore. Who knows what they'll do for the campaign, but... Again, 17 guys on that with 8 artillerymen, that's a lot. The fact that it is this close is kind of a bad look on CSA. But, again, they don't need to play perfect to win this map. Union does. So...
It's really good, though. I love it. But then I say that, and then I see our people...
You know, Carl, I think the idea of keeping K Company and to the right and C and D to the left is kind of dumb.
You want to intermix the companies?
I think it's a little racist. It's a little puppy now.
So, CSA starting to push up again a little bit on this side. A and V cresting the hill to get some shots, but TSA at least in the bushes if they see him. They have beautiful flanking shots.
Somebody got that officer, one of us did.
Marksman order, gentlemen, marks. Nice shot.
So Union actually getting a lot of good shots on the CSA guys here. 8th Virginia guys. Find it fascinating, right? They have the Asia event on Saturday morning, like 9 a.m. Eastern time. But yet we had the 8th Virginia, and now we got the 1st North Carolina sharpshooters playing this now, which...
Sorry, old boat, I took a fat rip.
No, that's good. It's just hard to see.
It's got to be like morning for them.
Firing so many rounds.
Huh.
Hey,
It's got to be like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning for them. Something like that. 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning? That's fascinating.
This
this hornet's nest that we've created down here, we're losing far too many tickets for what we're gaining. We need to pull out of here, back onto the fence. Shoot him for range.
That wouldn't be as much of an issue if you didn't early gap. Ah! Wasn't SB's fault. Ah. Man. You hate to see it. Anyways, Icor's going in again. And then you got Midwest Brigade and EBs over here holding.
Here we go. You're ready, Minnesota Cav.
Oh, first MN.
Which, Union, a little more responsive than the previous time. Don't think they were expecting CSA to charge the first time.
I got the officer down, boys. Brace, brace, brace. Brace him, brace him, brace him, first MN.
And Union's going to hold this a lot better. Tickets are very even still. We're about 5 minutes since the counterattack. And that, again, good hold there from Union. That's really good. See, that's the thing is, it's been 5 minutes, and at the pace of that 5 minutes going by so far, right, each team's going to be like, by time, if at the pace we're seeing right now, if the clock hits 0, we'll see teams roughly about a fourth of a morale stage left in breaking for each side by the time we get to the 0 timer, which I'm gonna laugh if Union wins this, mostly because I got a DM before this. I don't know if I should say this name, but they said excited for a CSA 2-0 tonight. Someone playing on the Union side, and I responded with Union's going to win Cook's trust. So if Union actually pulls this off, I'm going to laugh. Which, again, as mentioned at the beginning of this round, right, one of the ways, or one of the things Union needs to win this map is for CSA to not play aggressive and not charge, right? And that on its own was not a bad thing, right? CSA not being aggressive and just kind of shooting it out, because we saw CSA up by 3/4 of a stage. Union was going to go into breaking. It almost got to a whole morale stage different in tickets, but CSA capped the point. And that's when not being aggressive as an attacker on this map gives the window for defenders to win. Because now CSA's kind of having an issue bringing Union down. Union's playing a lot more conservative for the most part. It looks like they rolled these guns back slightly, which, you know, any amount there is going to help a lot. Union's reacted a lot quicker to CSA charges. So, what's happening here for CSA? It's not looking good. I mean, there's still plenty of time. This map is still very biased to the CSA side, right? If they just all got aggressive here once Union hit breaking or before then and tried to go for point, I think they'd probably get a ticket lead back. But the question is that in their game plan, and can they communicate that, especially when they're not in an officer chat to talk with each other, and especially since if they do want to talk, they have to send runners across the entire map, because CSA is very spread out. What are you doing over here? You know, if you get the shot off, I kind of hope you get the shot off. That's a hard shot, though. Are you gonna... Oh, what? I don't think you can kill while you're on a line. I don't know if that's why. But, oh well. Anyways. 9.5. Been about a little more than 3 minutes since we saw each side halfway through taking losses. So once... Holy crap, that was actually a really nice arty shot. That was a really good arty shot. Nice. Hey, I will say, right, for the amount that I crap on artillery, I want artillery to do good. Part of it is I don't know how historically accurate a lot of the stuff in this game is compared to real life. I'm not too much of an expert into I don't know too much in terms of like all the deep facts of the Civil War, but I don't know if these artillery guns are accurate or whatnot, but man, it's like you'll see a shot hit the center of the line and it'll blow up and it'll kill like 3-4 guys. You're like, dang, that just sucks.
Decimate him! Decimate him!
Obviously, when you don't have a lot of people on a map, which for a 300-man server, saying that's not a lot of people is kind of funny, but I mean, you gotta hit tiny groups of people, and that's not always an easy thing to do. So, but even when they hit, it's kind of like they don't do a whole lot of damage. So, is this? Why are Union guys spawning artillery? Oh, okay. Now they're trying to get back shots. Lovely. And I core sees them, and they're going to charge them out. So that was pretty fast. Alrighty. CSA is inching up to get closer to the point. Now, I think CSA is going to make a move once Union hits braking. And that might pick up the pace and tickets, which CSA needs bad. Because it's been about 10 minutes since that counterattack ended. And they've only knocked, or each side's gone down to morale stakes. The fact that each side is even on tickets is an insane thing to think about. Union, if CSA doesn't play aggressive for the rest of this game, Union will win this game.
I need to die, and I haven't died yet. I go to each person as they reload.
Question is, what's CSA going to do? It looks like Point is being capped right now by Archer's Brigades, guys. That point is being decapped faster than natural decay. I think Union has to crest the hill or go a little past the hill here, unfortunately, to cap. You can see that point is way past the Union spot here. Union, I bet, would really want the cap point to be extended back here in the Stefflade. I think that would make this map a lot more fair for the Union side. It's like Hookers almost, except with a CSA defense. So, both sides hit the braking. CSA hit it first. Union slightly ahead. Now, Union sent a couple guys up to make sure they hold the cap. 6.5 minutes left. And CSA is starting to shift up. They're really trying to cap. CSA is playing really conservative right now. And A&V, this is, I don't know about this. I don't know about this one. Ah. A&V only, I mean, Eagles Brigade went in with them, but CSA might take this to countercharge because Union did not charge with barely anybody in there. I don't know why they went in. Oh, here comes some late 65th guys, and they're going to die. I think if CSA plays this conservative, Union can afford a little bit of a ticket loss, but it's not much. But CSA is going to countercharge this. I think they wiped the Union, and now they're like, okay, well, we won that. Now let's countercharge them out. Or at least try to. Union just needs to have more bodies on the point when the clock hits 0. CSA is starting to take it. Union should be able to. Union has a lot of guys over here. I get why they're there because Ico was charging there earlier, but at this point in the round, you need to be closer to the point, especially when you see your team losing the point. Nice arty shot.
Get up, get up, get up. Keep fighting.
Like, look how many guys just got up after that. That's ridiculous.
We're not allowed bayonets.
And yeah, the tickets are really dropping now.
Brace northeast, brace northeast.
And CSA Union charging on the far side there. CSA starting to take the point, and it looks like Union is... Nice already shot in the distance there. It looks like CSA is probably going to take this round. Wow.
Come on, boys, let's get them! What makes the grass grow? What makes the grass grow?
Oh, no!
Hey, bitch!
Hey.
She needs to put that pistol back.
Chicken jockey, chicken jockey, chicken jockey,
Chicken jockey.
East, more coming east.
Chicken jockey.
Brace
left. Chicken jockey.
Brace left.
So, CS is going to get the win with that. 310. In balance there is 17 still. And you know, I genuinely think if that imbalance was fixed, Union would have won this round. Yeah, that's really all I'm going to keep it as that. I mean, Union, they made some mistakes here and there. But CSA did not play aggressive at all. They just sat back, which was what Union needs to win. And also Union needs to regain some tickets. And CSA just let them do that. So, I think if that balance is not like that, I think we see Union win this round. But you never know. Regardless, CSA did enough to win, and that is, in the end, all that really matters. So, interesting first round. We'll see you all shortly for round number 2. And here we are with the start of round number 2. Nicodemus Hill, fair and balanced map. Holcomb Legion from Greg's Brigade bounced over to the Union side. So if we look at our numbers here, they're a little more balanced than last time, which is, of course, good to see. So glad we're able to get it fixed for this round, though. Artillery-wise, it looks like you have 17 guys for Union. Meanwhile, on the CSA side, you've got 14. So that infantry imbalance is 5 towards the CSA side. And that being said, 40 minutes is hit, so double clicking and sprinting is a thing, and the Union is going. So Union strategy is to either hit the far CSA right, which is all the way over there. They've got a stone wall on that side, which is why Union, as of late, has opted to go to this side, because even though it's a lot more exposed of an attack, right, they won't have to charge at a CSA wall, which Union is getting into it already. CSA kind of responding, move to this house, and they're starting to push up.
About face. We're not holding that.
We're not holding that. So, Union, after they push up on this right side, they like to go up to that barn over there and hold up there. It's kind of an interesting spot to hold just because CSA artillery, you saw they have 14 guys on it, and they got a lot of guns to choose from. So, with that all being said, Union's got a 55% ticket advantage on this map. That's why you'll hear some people every once in a while argue that Union should instead just charge their stone wall as they have always done in the past. Just charge it nonstop. You have 55% ticket advantage. Why not use it? Because what happens is Union will push down to this side, and CSA won't really commit a whole lot of forces. So Union just gets into a long shootout with the CSA up there. Sure, they can cap point, but CSA will collapse down with superior weaponry, which CSA's kind of reacted a little slow to this, so Union's kind of able to pick apart the CSA here and potentially get a flag down. Weapons on this map, Union has a 15th Mass with the Lorenz. They also got the 1st Minnesota with the Springfield 55 and the Springfield 61. CSA, on the other hand, they got about everything you could want. They got the 13th Virginia with the Springfield 42, Enfield, and Springfield 55. They also have the 1st Virginia Cavalry, which has the Sharps carbine, so half the reload times. They've also got pistols, and some of them have swords, or all of them do. I don't really remember. So, regardless of all of what has happened here, Union's pushed up on this right side. They've gotten one CSA flag down as of now. CSA, pushed down from their right side to try to assist, but saw things were going bad, so now they're just kind of holding in a bad spot in the open. At least GB is in 6 Arkansas, which they're starting to pull off with 20th Georgia. And Union now has a slight ticket lead, but the issue at this point for the Union now is the CSA have this really nice hillside, which you can see a lot of the CSA are down here. You can also see the elevation kind of dips down here. So CSA can kind of defilade themselves and shoot at the Union from a distance. So, as mentioned in the previous round, we might actually see it happen this round. We probably will. But if the Union doesn't think they're getting a good enough ticket drain on the CSA, the point of contention, which is there, Union will just walk up, cap the point, and force CSA to charge down. Which, if CSA backs off, which they're kind of slow at as of right now, I don't know what they're doing here. But if they do that, I reckon Union's going to make a push for the point. We'll see, though.
This is crazy.
Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Come on.
Are those enemies all on that?
I don't know why CSA's going here. I-Corps. I don't know if they're trying to organize 20 Georgia, but Union spread out real nicely on that straight fence, and you're all clumped up here. They're shooting kind of into your flank, and these guys should be hitting from the Union side every one of these shots. I mean, you're shooting into a clump or a line, right? You just aim at that line, you'll probably hit something. I mean, artillery is even getting into the fun. Look at how close that shot was. It didn't kill anyone. A little unfortunate, but regardless of how this has kind of gone, CSA, they didn't react quick enough to reinforce when the Union charged. The CSA left. Union had the quick time all the way up to here before they charged. So CSA definitely had plenty of time to at least notice they were there and react, but they reacted slow. And then the moment Union took this side, CSA, again, they just sat kind of in this open area and Union shot them to crap. And they've paid a price in tickets. Got some of the 6th Arkansas guys going over here, which little, again, as a defender, your job, what is CSA doing? I don't understand what they're doing. Your job as a defender is to kill that clock and avoid taking ticket losses, or unnecessary ticket losses is probably the better way to phrase that. You have plenty of areas to deflate and hide and get cover and shoot the Union. I don't know why they're so intent on going into spots where they're going to get slaughtered. It's the only reason why Union has a ticket lead right now. I mean, even though Union has taken a large portion of the map, you could still hide behind your defensive spots up here and force the Union to cap point, and then you can charge into them, and you can regain a lot of tickets. This is what we saw last round. But CSA needs to force this. If CSA is going to keep pushing up and trying to get into the Union sides, like even down here by the point, sure, it's a couple guys, but those are kills that are still going to affect you in the long run. The thing is that if you keep pushing up like this, the Union is not going to cap point. Because if you're going to keep feeding them tickets, Union's just going to be like, okay, we're going to sit here. We're not going to cap point. We don't want to risk CSA getting the point back and regaining what would be a third of a morale stage in tickets right now. Nice arty shot. Unfortunately. Did that kill? That hit right above and didn't kill a single one. That's a shame. That's a nice shot. So CSA getting a little more settled down now, which is good. I assume at this point, if I were Union, if I do want a cap point, which after a few minutes of shooting, if you're not seeing that bar go down a significant amount, I would cap point if I were Union. I don't know. It's so hard to tell. If you're not dealing enough of a ticket loss at this point, it might not be a bad idea to cap the point. But wait for CSA to be engaged so that that gold timer or time to hold the win is 12 minutes instead of 20. That's the interesting thing, is that it's a debate, right? Because Union has almost a third of a morale stage lead right now, which is really good, especially for this map. And you don't necessarily want to get that up as Union, because normally if Union caps this point and CSA just collapses on the point as a team, Union usually gets thrown off of it pretty quickly. And in that instance, CSA would gain a lot of tickets back. I almost wonder... I don't know, a good idea if Union just retreats and then bonsais down this side, because I think people are worried about charging this side because, one, you're charging a stone wall with a lot of CSA defensive guns there that are really good, like pistols and shotguns and whatnot, but if Union has a ticket lead, right, it might not be a bad idea to do that, but it's a match-to-match basis. I mean, the only time I've seen Union charge the CSA right on this stone wall and work was the SSL match between 10th US and JD. I don't know how they did it, but they charged non-stop and they won. But 2nd US Sharps and Archers Brigade are getting into a little shootout over here. I mean, this should be good for Union too. All these things are gonna be great for them. So, CSA hits engage. I don't like 2nd Kentucky and 7th South Carolina being down here. Again, you're getting good shots, but unless it's contributing to CSA getting back a ticket lead, it's not that good of an idea to expose yourself. But
Enemy cannons, 1 tick left and west as well.
Look at the guy.
Loaded.
Loaded.
Any forfeit
Hey, I'm walking in. Hey,
and kill those
wise
skirmishers.
guy.
Oh, I'm walking here.
Hey, oh.
East. Commence fire.
But what is going on here?
I shot an officer.
Watch
I
the
shot an
doors. They
officer.
went into the barn. Watch the doors.
Get behind,
Right,
the
I-
barn and get your loot.
If CSA is going to try to charge Union out, you charge out with your whole team. You don't go in on your own. I know you have
I
pistols,
shot an
but
officer in the face.
you're going in by yourself. You're not going to win that, and you're going to hurt your team with tickets. You got to overcome the 55% ticket imbalance, and that's not an easy thing to do on your own. So, I mean, Union held that. They're going to get all those spawns back in. CSA just lost a good chunk of tickets there on that charge. Not looking over there because I would not have expected that. So, anyways, is this an artilleryman with a... No, it's not. Did they not? Huh. You know, if this man actually make it Chadwick Straw, if he makes it across here and doesn't get shot, yeah, that's going to be kind of impressive here. Oh, look at that. But, I mean, they're all getting shot up over here. CS is starting to lose tickets to engage. It's going to drop down a little more just because the start of the start of all the morale stages, it's like the bar is like bigger than what we see. So, anyways, they're all dead over here. So, I mean, Union, I would keep going in the shootout if I were them. I mean, you're still dealing an adequate ticket loss to the CSA. So... Did they lose a flag? No, they didn't. Okay.
One for upright, independent fire with your rifles.
One for independent. Independent fire.
Get in there. Get into it.
That was nice. But Major, I ain't got a rifle.
That's all a GB up here.
Alright. Hey,
Coming out of the right side of the barn.
Smalls, I want to advance to those rocks without dying. Is that possible?
Which rocks are we talking about?
Those ones right at to the east.
No.
Right in front of us.
Yeah, you guys should be fine there.
Union hits engage. But I don't know how many times I'm going to repeat myself in this, but why are you pushing yourself closer to the Union lines where you're going to... Sure, you're going to get some kills. It's going to be some nice shots. But they're also going to kill you. And right now, CSA cannot afford this. Honestly, I mean, CSA didn't play great last round. And so far, this is... we're seeing kind of the same thing play out here. It's like, look at CSA guys are getting shot up here.
If they start charging, boys, pull your pistols.
They're not going to charge. And Union actually is capping right now. Actually, who is capping for Union here? I don't know if the Eagle Brigade guy... There's no way. It might be 65th guys. I don't know who's capping for Union. I didn't know you could cap out that far away from point. You have some CSA guys moving down onto the point right now. They're close. 2nd Kentucky, they're close. They're not on it. But, again, if I'm CSA, I cap the point here. Actually, Union did charge out. I was wrong. If I'm CSA, I let Union cap here, and then I instantly retake it. Union is dealing a perfectly adequate amount of ticket loss. Someone is capping. I don't know who. But they need to not cap. I don't know if it's 65th. It's got to be 65th. There's no way that point extends all the way down there. Someone's capping. Crash out imminent if we cap. So one of these... it's got to be 65th. Who? Oh my goodness. Why would you cap? It wasn't... I don't... There's no... I don't think you can cap... See, this would be where it's really nice to see the cap boundaries. Because I don't know if, like, an Eagles Brigade guy on the edge here was capping, or if it was the 65th guys here if they're capping. But, alright. Now that Union's capped, if I'm CSA, you quickly react and retake the point. You don't spread out as a team. You need to collapse in on the point and try to take it. If you're Union, right, CSA is going to regain a good chunk of tickets once they retake this point. So if I'm Union, I contest this point as much as possible. So that when CSA retakes it, if they do retake it, right, if they do retake it, if you contest it a lot with them and you lose a lot of tickets in the process, CSA won't be able to gain as many. But for now, CSA is still playing very, very conservative. And this is a continuation from what we've seen in the previous round. And this is not how you play a counterattack. Your goal as a defender is to get the black timer down to 0. And right now it's not ticking down. And how do you get it to tick down again is by you retake the point, right? So that's why you want to retake it right away. Another reason why you want to retake it, right, is right now if CSA retakes it, they go up to about like a little over, they'll have a little over halfway of a morale stage engaged left, right? They're going to go up to the same bar position that Union's in right now, right? The longer this counterattack goes, each side's going to lose tickets, which means Union's going to drop tickets as well. So CSA will still be able to regain some tickets, right? But they won't be able to regain as high of tickets as you would want. And you'd much rather be a little over the middle point of engaged as CSA with 26.5 minutes left versus like taking losses. So I don't get why CSA is still kind of getting into a shootout here. CSA is sending a couple guys down to take it back, and they are taking it back. A couple of 2nd Kentucky and MJ here from I-Corps. But Union needs to hold this point. If you accidentally capped it, you got to go along with it, and you gotta try to hold it. You don't want CSA to just easily retake it like this and then regain some tickets. So good little move here from Eagles Brigade, but I don't know why CSA is so content on sitting and shooting this.
53rd, we're left. 53rd, if you're spotting in, we're left.
Another thing to note, during the counterattack, the defender tickets who are now considered the attacking team, right?
Yeah, your boy's right.
Nice already shot. CSA is trying to take the point back, so they're considered the attackers. Union is considered the defending team. But CSA, since they're regaining tickets, since they're down tickets on the Union right now, where their tickets at right now doesn't really matter a whole lot. CSA can hit final push, though, since they're considered the attackers, and that's the only time their tickets kind of matter. But I doubt we'll see CSA go to take the final push. Anyway, CSA is starting to make a little push up here. 20th Georgia and SB, 8th Virginia as well. They've got the Cav. Points being capped from Union needs to hold that point. They also got some Union guys pushing up aggressively on that side, which I don't mind that. Again, Union needs to lose tickets so that CSA can't regain his money if they let CSA take this back, which they shouldn't. CSA shouldn't be able to retake it this easily. Well, are they seriously going to let them just take it back? Okay, good. Eagles Brigade going back on it. You got some CSA going out here. 2nd Texas. And now you got more CSA starting to trickle down. I mean, Union's focused a lot on the CSA on this Union right side, which they're holding fine, but Union's got to start sending a couple guys to the point here because CSA's retaking.
Where the fuck's my 53rd at?
Which again, Union needs to drop on tickets right now so CSA can't go up as many. And CSA collapsing in a little more. Union's also got to watch the flags. Union sending more reinforcements down to the stone wall. And A&V is going to teeter this point a little bit. Got more CSA though starting to move down on the hill.
Shoot those fucking officer.
Again, these guys in the orchard aren't doing much for the Union out right now. They need to get up. They need to get up over there, or they need to get on point. A&V actually going to go in here.
2nd Kentucky counter charge.
Cap right here, don't do it.
Gotcha, fuckers. You're dead.
Each side tonight is really playing like they don't understand the cap mechanics. The only good play I've seen with the cap mechanics was Union instantly retaking in the last round.
Yeah, y'all are both dead. Get fucked.
On the fence, on the fence, on the fence.
But CSA is going to retake. They're going to regain a little bit of tickets here. Where are these guys? TKO. I like them charging in here and dying. Again, all these guys that are dying for TKO out of line, it's giving Union... It's lowering Union a little more. Now they shouldn't run in, right? Because CSA retook. But regardless of how all this has gone, CSA took 6 or so minutes on that counterattack. And CSA is basically at take... Oh, Union's charging this.
Alright, come and take it,
Why you got your sword out? Come here. You didn't even go into melee mode. No. Oh.
So, Union will throw them off. CSA is probably going to hold that flag, but... That's the thing, right? CSA spent 6 minutes at counterattack, and Union went from, like, a middle, high, engage to basically taking losses. And then when CSA retook it, they went up to basically taking losses.
Doing a hell of a job, boys.
Sure, they gained tickets, but they gained up to taking losses instead of getting up like halfway through engage, which is what you want at CSA. Now at this point, right, Union has got 25.5 minutes to knock you down 2 morale stages, which is a lot of time. And at this point, now that the tickets are even, if CSA were to regain tickets, right, they probably wouldn't regain a whole lot. They might even take a ticket lead throughout this counterattack if Union does cap the point again. But I like a Union cap again because you still have plenty of time to kind of do this if you want. Only concern for early capping if you're Union is that you become the defender, you can hit last stand. So if CSA does force you into last stand and retake the point, they'll win. I doubt we'll see that though, because the counterattack on 7 minutes, or counterattack on taking losses is 7 minutes, and trying to knock Union down here to last stand or 2 morale stages in 7 minutes, that's not going to be an easy thing to do. So I don't mind an early cap. It's going to stop the timer. It's going to give the Union a lot more time in this round to kind of sit and shoot things out. The Union doesn't really have to worry about charging the CSA out, and we'll see how long this takes. Last one took 6 minutes. I assume CSA is going to react a little quicker here, trying to go down to the point. We'll see what happens. Union kept a lot of guys here focused on the CSA cav with their pistols. You actually got Midwest Brigade pushing up over on this side.
Oh shit.
And again, the same CSA guys are going down, and a little more I-Corps guys this time, but yeah, no, Union should try to hold this if possible. I mean, Union actually has a slight ticket lead right now, but if you're gonna cap the point and abandon it like this, there's no real good reason to cap the point. When you early cap a point, it's to draw defenders out into an engagement to bring everyone's tickets down. Capping and then not defending it never makes any sense, because that only leads to negatives for you as an attacker. If the defenders are up on tickets when you early cap, that's maybe a little positive because you give yourself a little more time. But if the CSA or defenders are down on tickets, which they are, and you cap and then just don't even bother defending it, CSA is going to be able to regain tickets for free, basically. So Union shifts over again. They're taking a while for my liking, but regardless, glad they're over here in the end. A and B pushes all their guys up there, and Union's going to take it back.
Kill these fucking cowards.
Yeah, he's a fly ticket.
Why are you guys running, you cowards?
Stop running.
So.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, I like the move from A and V. You got EB, I think, a couple of their guys up here as well.
Maybe don't run the line right there.
And here comes some more CSA.
Hey, we camping
53rd, rally here. On the stone wall, pour it into him.
Shoot him. Here they come, boys.
Pour it on him.
Peek out and shoot, 53rd. Peek out and shoot left. Incoming, brace.
Taught you to stab, Red.
Your team killing each other. Why y'all doing that?
53rd.
So 7th LA moved down here as well. More I-Corps shifted down here for CSA. They will throw the A and B off. But you got more unions starting to shift down to the point, which I like to see. IVB is starting to head down there. It's just IVB, it looks like, but they've got a good amount of guys. And they are going to help A and B hold.
Yep.
Nice shot. A little over, but he got 3 kills. Huge. 3.5 minutes left on that counterattack. Again, Union holds for 3.5 minutes. They outright win the game, and you got even more Union now shifting down. They're collapsing in a real tiny area, and artillery is starting to dime in on that from the CSA side. But
I have a flag guy to the left. Need more guy to the left. Come on.
I mean, if Union can outright hold it, that's great. But if they feel like they're not going to win it, they just got to pull back a little bit, let CSA retake it, and then have a shootout with them for a while. But Union right side secure. CSA is really starting to put all their guys on the point. Nice arty shot from CSA. Nice, another great arty shot. That turns the tides in on the point at least. And SB is starting to move up with those pistols.
Keep moving up. Keep moving up.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Keep the flag safe. Go behind the outhouse.
Flag safe. Back up.
They need help on cap.
Go behind the outhouse.
So at this point, if you're Union, back off completely. You lost it. You got beat off the point. I like TKO charging in here. Because again, Union needs to lose tickets.
Keep going, push, go.
So at this point, Union needs to protect their flags, keep them alive, hold down on this side if you want, and bring them down. But here come more Union, which I like this a lot. If you win it, great. If you lose it, CSA won't be able to regain as many tickets.
Well, you get bonked to death, brother. I am bonked and ripped like it's no black bill. Into them second, come on.
Ventilate.
However, it looks like CSA is going to take Union flags. Need to get out.
Stay in formation. You want to stay in formation, flag. Stay very important. He's very important there right now. Yeah, stay in formation.
Flags. They can't see anything in the smoke. And here comes the CSA charging through. They take the point back. Each side's about to drop the breaking. Union flags need to run. Why are you standing there? Run! No, great CSA already shot, killing a lot of their own CSA friendly guys and allowing the Union flags to get out. Beautifully executed from CSA Arty. Well, that one gets a Union flag, so it looks like 2 Union flags are up, but 2 are down, and a lot of the Union are going to spawn back at me, and I assume just run around this side and collapse in. So, but each side's up breaking. Union's got 24 minutes to figure out what they want to do. As long as they keep tickets even or a slight lead, you know, they should be great. And CSA actually dropped to breaking first.
Reb's dead, Reb's dead. You're down.
And it looks like SB, they want to clean up this other flag, and it looks like they're going to be able to.
Okay, this time we might be charging you for real.
Take the flag to the barn.
You ain't taking the flag.
That's a 3rd flag down. Oh, they pick up 2 of them, though. CSA, if they let those flags get out for Union, that's going to be a mistake on their part. Both sides in breaking now. I assume there's a 4th Union flag over here somewhere.
South.
Maybe.
Where is it? Oh, there it is.
Hold it second.
Inside the...
Lays away and
It's inside the
snap to it,
thing.
boys.
Anyways.
We're getting surrounded here, decoys.
Anyways, Union get 2 flags. They have 2 flags up. Oh, rip decoys. He just got domed from someone over there. But Union's going to get a 3rd. Never mind. 3 flags are down right now. Union gets a 2nd one up. They're going to try running that back. Union's dive bombing it. CSA cannot let Union get the flags back up. This is a great chance for CSA to get a ticket lead if they aggressively try to hold the spots in this area. Because you're kind of... Sure, they're getting some kills on Union, but they're letting Union with enough numbers to run up and get their flags back. And that means Union's just going to be able to get formed back up over here.
Get your pistols out. Get your pistols out. Stand up and door.
This is such a tiny house. It looks so weird being there. Especially when I remember the old house that was there. But CSA just let the Union get the flags back. It did not make sense. But now they're charging out. I feel like they would have wanted to do this a minute ago.
No, I don't want to take off my bayonet, game. You No, you stupid game.
Good kill.
I hate this game. I hate this game.
Clear, 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 clear. There's more behind the White House. Get behind, get behind.
So, Union, huge time for them, really. They got all their flags back. CSA already starting to drop through breaking. And Union looks like they have a slight tickle lead. They've got 3 flags over here. I saw the 4th one running over here. Don't know. At least I did see the 4th one over here. Playing hide and go seek with me, but regardless. Union's got their flags back, and CSA is now starting to shift to this side to face the Union, but that ticket right now is looking great. It's looking good for Union.
Right, there we are. We're dead. They're dead. Good shooting. I think there's still some more behind us, though, y'all. Be careful.
No, our friendly's helped. Our friendly's helped.
But that's the issue, right? CSA, they've got to hold on point. Or they got to be near point. Or else Union will just run up and cap it. And so they've got to play a little aggressive on this side. So, speaking of aggressive...
Zigzag, I guess.
Okay, this is useless. This is useless.
Wrong
Looking
way,
at the
wrong
HUD.
way,
Looking
run
at the
back,
HUD.
run back, not back.
Not mine. You killed mine. That was not
Ah,
Oh, God.
yeah, good sir. It's in there.
CSA. You know, I don't mind CSA trying to charge Union out and get their flags down. They should have played aggressively, though, when Union flags were down in the first place. Regardless, at least they're doing it as a more team effort here. I can appreciate this. Union kind of falling back. They've got actually all 4 flags here.
Shit. Oh, God. Right.
Union going back in, and they are taking that ground back pretty quickly. But Union, slight ticket lead.
Oh, Jesus. Yo, Confederates, I think that was your battery right there.
No.
Okay, we're good, Chef. Don't stab me.
And so, I mean, Union was able to keep those flags up this whole time. And Union now has a slight ticket lead still. A couple Union guys really went far charging in the CSA here. But at this point, it's going to come down to, can the Union keep their flags up? Now, I really like that idea from CSA. You know, you get the Union flags down, you wipe them completely, and then Union will be stuck on that side of the map, and you'll kill time, which there's a lot of time left on clock, so it wouldn't really matter a whole lot. But now, it definitely matters, right? Because in this next charge, each side's probably going to fall down to their last stage, if not go into it. So if Union hits final push, that clock will go down to 4 some minutes, and if you get all the Union flags down on this side of the point, and then Union has to spawn in over here, the only thing they can really do is charge at the point. Maybe they can try to run around here, get organized here, and then go, but I assume CSA would just follow and stop them. So if I'm CSA, I really think the only thing CSA can do is charge the Union and try to get their flags down inbounds. Because otherwise, each side's just going to have a little shootout here until each side hits their final stage, and then CSA will slowly die out. And that's, yeah, that's really just how it's going to happen here. I'd much rather be aggressive here and go down in flames than have a sad little death here. So, Union, though, starting to spread out a little bit. EB pushing up most aggressively for the Union.
Let's go, boys, go.
I-Corps kind of shifting over to meet them. I mean, I don't know why only EB is going up here. I mean, CSA will appreciate the out of lines because, again, the Union's slightly up on tickets. I don't know why EB went up there like that. Maybe they're just trying to hit him in the last stand, I don't know. But if you're Union, you have a slight ticket lead. Don't do anything to throw that away. Just kind of either push up as a team or get into kind of a shootout from a distance as a team. Regardless, do it as a team. TKO not pushing up.
They're coming. They're coming.
They should get CSA in the last stand, I would think. Well, that already shot might. That was probably team kills. That's more CSA already.
I can't! Ghost is in my way!
Dustin. There you go, boys.
CSA hold that. Now IVB pushes up to that spot. Midwest there as well. Meanwhile, towards the barn here, got some CSA skirmishers out here, which are going to be out of line skirmishing deaths. CSA can't afford. And they hit last stand, so if a CSA guy dies, he don't come back. If he was dead, he spawned in. Which is why CSA's got a little spawned in wave there.
Finish them!
Kill them! Kill them!
You got this, boys. You got
JB Knuckles, make sure you're
Again, more of a reason for CSA to charge into Union and try to get those flags, because Union has infinite ticket. That was 2.5 minutes. I thought it would be 4 minutes on the clock. But CSA just needs more bodies on the point when the clock hits 0, and they will win the game. So they just need to kind of high. Tickets don't matter. You can skirmish and whatnot. Why? I like the charge, and you got to do it more than just your own, though.
My face.
So Union's starting to push up a little, or at least spread out. Maybe get a little closer to this road, spread out. 2 minutes.
Amazingly, okay?
Alright, 20th on Canada.
Saw some shifting to the northeast.
19 already shot. Another great one.
I'm okay.
A lot of guys stood up, but you know, you killed 5-6 dudes. That's something, especially when they can't respawn. 1.5 minutes left. Union trickling guys forward. Again, Union infinite they can keep respawning in non-stop, but they just have that limited time. Union, I think, starting to realize, and they're pushing forward a little bit. CSA collapsing in on that stone wall on point, which is nearly gone. Union's starting to push up to that house as well. Looks like Union's probably going to take this unless they see some crazy CSA already shot.
Push it to the east.
Run out there, you gotta stand here.
Hold the boys, hold the bayonets down! Oh shit, I'm jumping right in.
Or Union already shot still, you know? 1 minute left. Not a whole lot of CSA left.
Hold it, gentlemen, hold it. Come on, charge.
And Union is going to take this, so. CSA, they played really poorly at the beginning of this round to let Union get like a half morale stage lead. That's something you don't ever see on this map. CSA reacted very slow. They kind of let the Union just defeat him in detail, and then CSA got caught off guard and was just confused in here in the open, and meanwhile Union was just shooting them down completely. And at that point, Union did cap the point, and CSA was able to regain some tickets. So I guess in the end, CSA being spread out like that was fine in the end. But on top of that, CSA took 6 minutes, half of that counterattack to take it back. And during that counterattack, Union lost like over half of morale state, and so CSA wasn't able to go up as many tickets. It is just a lot of CSA mistakes. And that's something we consistently saw through both rounds tonight. CSA did not overall play well. And the fact that Union almost won Cook's countercharge while being down 22 guys infantry-wise is insane to think about. So it was a draw, so they're doing pickup patrol after this. You can't fly around and spectate like we do for this. You could spectate, but it's like you're forced to spectate one player. You can hop back and forth between players, but you can't like fly around like this, which is why we unfortunately can't cover that. Regardless, though, Union played really well today. They stuck together, were pretty cohesive. They did generic Union things, but CSA played really, really bad, and that's why Union almost should have won 2 maps. But anyways, with that all being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to support the channel more. Hit the join button beneath the video. You can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Besides that, though, we have our Discord and other stuff in the description as well. I appreciate you all, and we will see you all in the next one. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night.